We like old adverts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of We Like Old Adverts. My name is Joe, and I'm joined by Jim and Connell. And recently, we saw the release of Streets of Rage 4. Have you played it? It's much anticipated. I can't wait to play it myself. So we thought we'd look at some commercials for Streets of Rage 4 from the past. Let's have a little look.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets the special Sega Genesis fighting system. It comes with Streets of Rage 2. He saves $40. He gets more moves. He gets more control. Now things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Wow.
Yeah, so much to unpack there. It makes me feel deeply nostalgic. I loved Streets of Rage growing up.
Oh,
It's just so much fun. What a great game. I'm delighted that it's back as well. I'm definitely going to play the fourth one. But
I think I'm going to get it as well.
Is that kid called Bobby Angles?
Yeah, that's my favourite bit. Young Bobby Angles.
Sounds like a darts player.
Because you only get 4 angles in Streets of Rage. You can't go diagonal in it, so it's not a game for him.
If anyone that is going to master those 4 angles, though, is presumably Bobby Angles.
Well, that's true enough. Yeah.
I do feel for young Bobby when he's at school, because getting your ears flicked is a painful thing. We've all experienced it.
Well, I've got
children.
a very little ears, but I think you are the most ocularly endowed of the three of us.
Huge ears.
I didn't want to say it, but they are massive. Yeah, so it must have been, for me, it was my receding hairline and, just personality that was bullied. But, the central idea of this advert is bullying, really. And I can say with quite some experience that video games and the playing thereof stopping you getting bullied is a fallacy. That is never going to solve that problem for you. And this idea that all the girls will hang around you once you start playing Streets of Rage. You go back to the 1990s and go up to any girl you fancy in the class and go, "You went to Streets of Rage." Just see what happens to your street cred. It will hit the floor. It will hit the floor next to your Clark's shoes. All right.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting that the choice of those girls, because the girl on the left-hand side of the screen looks like a fully grown
18,
woman.
Yeah.
Like I don't. It's a very, very strange thing that's going on there. And sadly, he seems to have, the idea that these bullies have is that because he's really good at Streets of Rage, he's now got all the power of the characters, and he's drunk with that power.
Still called Bobby Angles.
He's Bobby Angles, and Bobby Angles seems like a nice kid in the beginning. He's just going about his life, but now he's just as bad as them. He's become a bully himself. Yeah, and I don't think that represents the ideals of Streets of Rage.
Yeah, I like that it says one of the selling points is he saves $40.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, how's he saving money?
Against what? It costs money. Do you mean against the Super Nintendo? Don't try and compare those two machines because you're out of your depth.
Well, I had a Mega Drive and I would stand by it till the death, or a Genesis, and to me it always will be a Mega Drive. But I think the idea is that Bobby Angles, would perhaps with his money from his provincial darts competitions that he's won, could have bought a Mega Drive and Streets of Rage separately. But this bundle has meant he's not had to, which I think is again.
It's the bundle.
It comes free with the Genesis, right?
I like that. More moves. Then what, mate? Bobby's got more moves now. I don't know what you're comparing this against. And I like the you talk then about he's become the bully. He really does at the end where he goes, "Say it, say it," and he goes, "Say it." Like,
he's not just a bully at this point. He's like a torture master. He's
you've become that which you hated.
So the whole advert could have been rewritten as like, this is Bobby Angles and he's a bit of a soft lad, but he wants to become more violent and intimidating than his classmates. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, and it is about intimidation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great.
It's a great advert.
Great days. Well, guess what, you lucky things? We've got another Streets of Rage 2 advert to share with you. Check this one out.
Where do we start?
How about his knee?
That's his face. If that's his face, what's this?
That's horrible. I hate that one.
I like it. because it implies that Streets of Rage has a hospital in it, where all these hoodlums are taken after they've been dispatched by the Axel and Blaze and the various characters throughout it. And also, it's so just violent. It's just so it's reveling in how violent it is.
Violent.
Yeah,
it's the game more violent than it actually is.
So even the footage from the game, there's like screaming in the background of it. That's not in the game.
It's a beat 'em up from 1992. You know, it was on the Genesis. It's not some snuff film under the counter in, I don't know, somewhere nasty.
And it's like they don't know how to end the advert at the end. It's just like, what do we do for the end? Just go, all right, Sega. Yeah, it's good as that. We'll put that out.
They were shouting Sega, weren't they? I think that's how they used to do it. But,
is that what it was?
Yeah, that was the sort of
lose
slogan.
that, Sega, lose
that. Maybe it was the person who'd been beaten up so badly trying to say Sega normally.
Yeah.
But it just came out, because
it's also
remember, a doctor, a qualified surgeon, mistook his face for his knee. Yeah. So that's how badly. How's he been playing this game?
He had four surgeons trying to sort this guy out.
Yeah.
So obviously he's taken quite the battering, quite the paneling. But you think back to the 90s and the sort of the things that people were concerned about in society at the time, and there was this idea that like video games were too violent and that they encouraged violence, weren't they? Which seemed ridiculous, and of course was ridiculous. But when you look back on adverts, yeah. But when you look back at that advert, you can see why like sort of concerned Christian mothers might have thought like this is glorifying violence, because it is definitely glorifying violence.
Yeah, they had a point.
Still want to play it though.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah,
magic. Grant, well, thank you very much for watching that episode of We Like Old Adverts. What do you think of it? What do you think of Streets of Rage from the past? And what do you think about the new game? Is it worth us buying it? Let us know in the comments below. But remember, please to smash that like button and subscribe as well. Like us on Facebook. I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Connell and Jim.
Bye.
I'll see you next time. Take it easy.